Hey all, Ron Riley again, President CEO of Garing, Taylor and Associates, trusted civil engineers and land surveyors in Arroyo Grande since 1962. That formality out of the way, I want to talk a little bit about why someone would want to come work at GTA, Garing, Taylor and Associates, or GTA as we call it. Really kind of excited to announce some of the new things that we've been doing. Before I get into how we treat employees and culture, that kind of stuff, I do want to talk about some recent benefits that we've added. So starting actually yesterday, today is September 2nd. So starting September 1st, 2021, everybody in the company, 3 weeks of vacation issued to you on January 1st. Now, if you were to start working in the, say you came to work this quarter, right? So this is the third quarter of the year, which means theoretically there's half of a year left. We know there's less. There's only 4 months. But if you went to work for GTA in the third quarter of the fiscal year, you would be entitled to half of that allotment. So rather than just 3 weeks of vacation issued to you on January 1st, which would still happen on the following year, you'd be immediately issued on day one a week and a half, 60 hours of vacation that you can start using immediately. And, hopefully people don't start quitting within a week and sticking us with the bill for their 60 hours of vacation. But that's something we're proud to offer. And for our salaried employees, the even greater benefit is that 1 week of that can be carried into the next year. So whereas a lot of our employees that are hourly will just be granted 3 weeks on January 1 of each year, and there will be requests put in, and want to encourage everyone to use their time and really anticipate seeing a lot of requests come in this January for 2022 vacations. Salary employees, if you have 40 hours left of your previous allotment, will be able to carry it into the next year and actually have 4 weeks of vacation. So that's something new that we're offering starting here in July. In September, what I meant to say was the really exciting thing, and this is really for a company that's 12, 13 people, it's a little bit unprecedented, especially in this area. We have an employee fully paid healthcare plan. So what does that mean? We have 3 different healthcare plans through Anthem Blue Cross. We have bronze plan, silver plan, and a gold plan. They're all PPOs. The difference between them, basically, what's your max out of pocket? What's your deductible like, etc. In the past, our firm had offered some amount of money towards the employees' premiums. And a new change as of September 1st, 2021, is that the company is fully paying every employee a bronze package, right? So if someone comes to us, and again, we're a small company, so a lot of our healthcare is based on age. That's just the way that the options are given to us. Somebody comes to us any age, doesn't matter the age, they come to work for GTA, they are offered a plan that fully covers them, nothing taken from their check for healthcare. So that's first, at least in the last 15, 20 years that I'm aware of. And the ability to step up to a silver or gold plan, that difference obviously made up by the employee. And then if you have dependents, et cetera, those things are employee paid. But this is a big step in a direction that we really want to go. We really do in the future want to be able to offer full coverage for all of our employees. And that's probably a 5 to 10 year goal. So this is a great step, we think. So I talked to you about the vacation. I talked to you about healthcare. Let's talk about some of the kind of fun perks a little bit. Always encouraging continuing education, right? So myself, I listen to a ton of audiobooks. I want others to be able to experience that if that's a way that they like to enjoy leisure reading or educational reading. I read a ton about leadership and business and finance, stuff that should put you to sleep, and sometimes it keeps me awake. But those that know me know that I often wake up in the middle of the night with small children in the house. A really good way for me to consume a book and not turn on lights and be noisy, put in the headphones and set a sleep timer for 45 minutes and listen to a book, right? So an Audible subscription, we will cover that. If you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, we'll cover that. A lot of people like to listen to their music during work hours. And for that reason, Spotify Pro or Amazon Unlimited, those kind of music subscriptions are covered by the firm. And what really exciting is a wellness benefit. So a person wants to join a gym, do yoga instruction, get acupuncture, or even if they do something simple like go get a massage, something they've done for themselves. We want to encourage happiness and healthiness and people doing things for themselves. I mean, I know this in my own personal life. If I don't give myself an incentive to go do something for myself, I won't do it. Right. And so we're trying to give that incentive. And so the company at the end of every month will take a receipt from whatever wellness participation that the employer has had, and we'll reimburse up to $50 every month. So those are some of the new benefits, exciting things there. And I want to get a little bit into, and I'm sorry if this part sounds like I'm reading. This is from a draft document that I started in 2019 that we call the GTA way. And really a lot of what I've been talking to you about is the GTA way, but specifically this area covers how we treat employees. And I think it's important, especially if you're thinking about joining our team. So, we're not going to be the company that says we're going to treat everyone like family, only to have, a group of privileged bosses or owners that are more or less stratified from the rest of the employees, the actual people getting real work done. We're not going to have that. If we're going to recruit as if every person is a part of our family that we're going to share our lives with, then we are, excuse my French, we are damn sure going to treat each other in that manner. We hold that as a value that I can promise to you. If you come to work for GTA, that's something you'll feel from day one. We won't just be kind, courteous, and respectful to each other. We will honestly care about one another. If someone is going through some difficulty, one of the advantages about a small business is that it's in the family atmosphere, is that we do know when someone's suffering, usually. And we're going to come together to help them. On the other side of that, if someone has a strong devotion to some organization or some involvement in some organization that is charitable or noble in cause, that's not political, not necessarily religious, GTA as a team will support those organizations and really back up our employees. We'll do that with our time. We'll be generous with our money and our time, really to support the employee. One of the benefits that I was given when I first started at GTA in 2015 is I had a group of leaders that were going to move on, and they knew they needed to pass the knowledge of how to run a business to somebody. And I don't think it's very hard to teach that to people that want to learn it. I definitely wanted to learn it. I know that Harry and James have been around for a lot of the learning, and they'll be able to help me with this. So, literally any employee that wants to learn how to run a business in civil engineering, land surveying, you'll be given every opportunity to learn as much of what the leadership team does to run the business as you wish. I won't say that the books will be entirely open. We have a great amount of transparency. We may be working our way towards 100% transparency. We'll see what the coming years are. But if there's an individual that joins a team and wants to learn more than just leading a team and leadership, wants to learn more than business development, actually wants to learn how to run a business in this industry, we're going to do that. I see my job as developing leaders. If you follow John Maxwell and the 5 levels of leadership, the 5th level is where you're this self-realized person that can not only lift up a group and towards a common cause and achieve things. This is a person that produces level 4 and level 5 leaders. And that I see that as my job. What's scary about that can be frightening. I'm not afraid of it. When you produce level 4 and level 5 leaders, when they run out of room to go upwards in your business, which we're smaller to some degree, there's some limitations right now. We'll talk about growth in another video, but there are going to be times when there's level 4s and level 5 leaders that the best thing for them is going to be go start their own thing, go work for some big company and take over, an entire business sector for them. At the end of the day, that kind of thing happens. I've done my job and I feel really good about it. So that's another thing you can expect, being an employee here is I want to help lift you up into the leadership role that, you want to grow into. There's a couple other things that we can go through here. Difficult discussion. You notice it was difficult for me to say that, right? I'm a very positive person, tend to see past. A lot of people used to talk about Steve Jobs' reality distortion field. I don't have that, okay? But the level of positivity that I carry, I tend to look past things that require that deep, difficult, uncomfortable conversation. And I've surrounded myself with a couple of people that don't allow me to do that. Therefore, you can expect from us when something needs to change and an employee needs to be alerted to something, we're right there. Radical Candor, also a great book, by the way. Check it out. I like the Audible version quite a bit. Radical Candor. We're just always going to seek to get better and become not just a place where most of you that are watching want to end up working. We actually want to be the place in Central California, especially the Central Coast, the place that people first think of when they come out of school. Hey, I want to go work there. And I think with values that we have, pace at which we're starting to offer new benefits and really establish this culture, I think we're going to get there. If you're still watching, thank you. And I look forward to our next meeting and discussion and any questions you have about this. Again, that's a little bit of the GTA way. And thanks. I'm Ron Riley. We'll talk to you soon.